Hello most amazing top 10ers, how are you feeling? Apocalyptic? I'm Rebecca Felgate, and today we are talking about how to survive a zombie apocalypse. Many of us have watched movies like Zombieland or TV shows such as The Walking Dead, but have we ever really thought about how we ourselves would survive in those scenarios? Stay tuned as we talk the top 10 possible ways, strategies, and things to obtain in order to survive. Number 10, we have make a team. Safety in numbers, or so they say. People have different skills and can work well in a team. You are more likely to be able to protect yourself, gain supplies, and strategize in numbers. It may be that if a zombie apocalypse happened, people would naturally form gangs, and you don't want to be vulnerable. Plus, social interaction is good for morale and will stop you going mad. The only downside is that you won't just be able to look out for number one, and you may disagree on certain courses of action. So pick a good team. Still though, your best chance of survival is in a mixed skilled team, so just get friendly. In at number 9, we have find a place to make a base. Whether you should run or hide depends on where you are. If you're in a city, a pandemic, which is what a zombie apocalypse would be, disease would spread faster in a densely populated area. While cities have supplies that you may need to replenish later, the risk of infection if you stayed there would be much higher. It's a little bit of a juggling act. Generally speaking, if a pandemic were to spread, your best bet would be to go to a mountainous region or countryside locations. However, of course, if you happen to come across a lock from the inside fallout shelter, that would be great too. Some TV shows and movies show people constantly on the move, but in reality, gas or petrol would run out very quickly from the pumps, so plan somewhere ideal and get there as soon as you can. Whatever happens, you need shelter and you need security. In at number 8, we have gather tools. On top of shelter and security, you will need some tools. You'll be surprised how useful a knife or penknife, hammer, axe, string, lighter, matches, or even just a simple pen are if you ever need to fend for yourself. If you need to build your own shelter, these things would be fundamental to you. You may need fire for warmth, so having the tools to cut wood and light a fire would be crucial. You may also be able to use your tools to aid you in social exchanges with other teams, groups, or tribes, so grab as much stuff as you possibly can. Next up, another way that will help you survive the zombie apocalypse. In at number 7, fundamental, we have staying calm. A worldwide pandemic of this nature would cause mass panic. When people panic, tragedy strikes. People get trampled, people start fighting one another, and people start going into self-destruct meltdown mode. You do not want to be one of these people, so stop, think about what you're doing, think about your long-term goals, aka staying alive, rather than short-term hysteria. Places likely to be chaotic will be food stores, hospitals, petrol stations, etc. If you need supplies from these places, work with your team to plan a tactic to obtain what you need. Panicking and engaging with hysteria will not help. In at number 6, we have stay tuned to the news. Some communication streams are likely to be down, however it is unlikely that all communication would cease to function the second there is a pandemic. Places that haven't been hit with the disease yet are likely to still be up and running, and so long as electricity keeps on being generated, citizen journalists will take to things like Twitter and Facebook to report on what is happening near them. Staying in tune with this kind of news will help you keep up to date with the government and military intervention, if there is any, as well as warning you about what areas zombies are approaching. In at number 5, an absolute classic, we have baseball bats. All good zombie movies and TV shows involve zombie skulls being crushed with a baseball bat, right? I guess that this is a clue that we probably need one in order to survive. Seriously though, you will need a way to arm and protect yourself, but guns may not be the best recourse because of the panic we talked about earlier. You don't want to be shot or for someone to shoot you by accident. That said, it is an easy way to take out a zombie without it getting close enough to bite you, but I don't know, baseball bats are just a bit more dramatic. In at number 4, we have wear protective clothing. To protect yourself against a pandemic, you will need something to protect you from contamination when you enter an infected area. Think like an Ebola-style protective suit. It's the only way. Want to leave your shelter to get supplies? Ebola suit up. In at number 3, we have stock up on medical supplies. For me, I have mild asthma, and while that's fine day to day, if I ran out of inhalers during a zombie apocalypse, it could be a problem. For anyone who needs a certain medication day to day, you need to stock up and you don't know how long you're going to go without access to it. Also, alcohol for cleaning wounds is a great idea, as are painkillers, antiseptic cream, band-aids, plasters, bandages, wet wipes, etc. In at number 2, we have stock up on food and water supplies. Oh crap, the apocalypse is coming. Better go to Walmart or Tesco or something to stock up, because nobody else would have had that thought, right? It's a tough one, but it's likely that in a zombie apocalypse scenario, these places, as we mentioned, would be chaos. Always best in theory to have a well-stocked house in case of zombie pandemics. Although, if you are caught off guard, you better have a plan of action when it comes to navigating the crowds and avoiding the chaos. Once again, why not just grab a few things now? At least you know you'll survive the first few days. So if you're able to do everything else on this list, our number 1 is the most crucial ultimately. We have weight. The best way to survive ultimately is to exercise your calm and as much patience as possible and just wait it out. If a pandemic like this broke out, the government and scientists across the world would be searching for a cure as their top priority. Until they find one, survival is your primary focus. So guys, let's start making those zombie escape plans right now. Someone get me a baseball bat. I've been Rebecca Fergate, this has been Most Amazing Top 10. What are your top tips to surviving a zombie apocalypse? Let me know in the comment section down below. Would it be kill or be killed? I don't know. Chaos, chaos, chaos. But for now, if you like this video, show me by giving us a good thumbs up, sharing this video with a friend, it could save them, and of course subscribing to our fantastic channel for more top 10 lists, maybe even survival lists. And I will see you next time.